Hi, sorry, this is coming really late in the day. I just got back from the festival that was at the school. Anyways, so to make up my chapter 6 quiz, I had to describe four specific and detailed ways that August Vollmer, I think that's how I pronounce it, contributed to the field of law enforcement and why it's important. So, general overview of it is that he improved training and professional standards for officers with at the time of this taking place, it was the inadequate police crime was rising, and there was a widespread of police brutality, and so that's like the general thing. So we're gonna go into details of each one. The first thing he did was establishing the first policing school in the U.S. This shocks the heck out of me because I didn't think that it took until like early 19. I think it was the early 19s. I don't remember, but I thought this was established from the start, like from the get-go. I didn't think that it took somebody being like, hey, this is kind of weird to like have that being brought up. Anyways, that was getting me sidetracked. Anyways, this system introduced a systematic and academic approach to law enforcement education. Officers who attended the school received training in crime investigation, legal procedures, and community relations. I think this is really, really so important, obviously. It's important because it shows that officers needs to be educated before entering the street. I mean, I don't even know how they did it without, because why would I want to put someone on the streets with a gun who didn't know what they were doing? That doesn't seem very professional. So I think it pushed the system to be more professional with their cops, and it pushed the system to understand due process as well, I think, with that. Next is that he also pushed for scientific methods to be used in crime detection, which I was like, okay, is that not like obvious? But anyways, he recognized the need for a systematic and efficient strategy to solve crimes. He integrated the scientific principles into policing. So the scientific aspects of policing would enhance the accuracy of criminal investigations, and it does that by emphasizing forensic techniques, including fingerprints, analysis, and ballistics and stuff like that. This obviously is important because, like, ballistics helps a lot, especially in gun violent crimes where they can discover back to where the gun was manufactured and all that jazz. And fingerprint analysis, having that fingerprint database is so, like, that has helped so many people, especially with criminals. What's the word? Recommitting crimes. That's helped so much because you can track them down with their fingerprints. It also ensures that the system is fair and that everybody's being treated correctly and right, because it helps whoever gets arrested be actually guilty of the crime. Like, making sure we don't make any false arrests kind of thing. Obviously it's gonna happen, but it ensures there are less false arrests happening. The third one is that he also played a crucial role in standardizing police practices, specifically advocating for development of uniform crime reporting methods and record-keeping systems that cultivated a consistent and reliable database for analyzing crime trends. This is super duper crucial because standardizing police practices helps foster the trust of the public. It ensures accountability while also keeping officers safe, and it keeps the consistency of good active police work. Police have had a lot of issues in the past with gaining the trust of the public, and they still do, but I'm sure that before this guy came in and was like, hey, let's start practicing some standardized police practices, I think it might have been a lot worse. So having that knowledge, I think it's really important to ensure the public can trust you, ensure that you are being held accountable, and that police work that is good and active stays consistent, and it's not just like a once in a lifetime thing that happens. Lastly, which I was really shocked to find out, was the adoption of motorized patrols, because before it was an industry that was dominated by foot and horse patrols, which I knew that, but I think obviously it's important. It helps the police move faster, and they're able to store things, because like I don't think you can store much on a horse, like guns and gear and stuff. Like, there's not much you can really store on a horse. I'm also really curious as to how, like, they transported criminals. Like, when it's, like, a lot of criminals. Like, was it, like, a horse and wagon kind of thing? Or were y'all carrying them when you were doing it by feet? Was that mentioned in the textbook? Did I read over that part? But yeah, obviously it goes to show that every system needs to improve over the course of time. And this is a pure example of that. Was that the time was evolving, so was the police system. So I think that was 4. Yeah. I think I discovered so much reading about him. Really did not expect to discover that much, if I'm being honest with you, but yeah. Hello?